Today's video, we're going to look at how my portfolio did last month. Let's get started. Quick reminder, we're first going to look at the goal of the portfolio. The goal of the portfolio in the very long term is to hit that number by 2050. The discipline of investing every month until 2050. So now we'll look at the stock performance last month. Quick note before we start, I did miss a video last month. Overall, the portfolio went up by about £600, 500 deposit, 100 performance, not really that much change. So this is now the performance for last month to get us up to date. We'll look at the sort of high return on capital employed, high margin type companies. And we start with Banco ZK. Very good month last month at 26 points back above that 100% return level. I will continue to hold this position. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic month for Williams-Sonoma, up 67 percentage points, around about 200% return in quite a short period of time. It's been a great holding, and one actually that was from the Patreon group from our Discord server, not one that I came up with myself. Alphabet or Google next, there was no change in that actually, exactly the same over the month, but good 50% return there. And Fortinet had a very good month, up 29 points, so almost 60% return in a relatively short space of time for that one. Visa had a pretty good month, 29%. I'd love to make that a larger position in the portfolio. Not quite sure on the will I be overpaying question at the moment. I think I probably would be. And a good month for Dropbox, up 26% in total. Rightmove, a bit of a recovery there, up 11 points after the relatively recent sort of failed takeover attempt. Skyworks, very much unchanged. But American Express, absolutely fantastic, up 40 points. That is now plus 230%. Again, a missed opportunity here, really. It was quite a small position size to start with. I did toy probably 6 to 9 months ago, maybe, about adding more. And yeah, it's certainly the delay or the non-decision there is really there's a missed opportunity. Meta now 75% up, continuing to hold that one. We'll continue to hold Unilever, which has returned 133% for me. And a nice little bump up for Adobe there, 11 points in the month. Berkshire Hathaway plus 150%, very good, and a very good month last time. Not much change on Elevance, not much change on CGI either. Not much change on Somero, and a bit of an improvement for InMode. These were sort of where a lot of these companies done very well in market terms last month, and that's following the US election results. So it's been really good for the portfolio, and you'll see the final results at the end of the video, which has been pretty strong actually. Right, the dividend part of my portfolio, Unum, wow. Basically a 300% return including dividends, up 66 points in the last month. Incredible month now, 7% of the portfolio, over £4,000, my largest ever holding. We'll continue to hold. Won't add more because it is such a large point of the portfolio. The only thing that is happening is dividends are being reinvested where appropriate. Viva's nudged up, 65% return, but not much change to Legal & General, which is the third largest dividend holding. Investec, a little drop, but still great return on that one, over 300%. And a very good month for Citi as well, up 15 points, which leads us to plus 500, approaching that 100% return. And British American Tobacco, which was down not that long ago, now up over 30%. So I've got to manage by other sections of my portfolio, which we'll look through now. And that is in case I make mistakes. I need some sort of safety nets. That's my way of making sure I don't lose. And Fundsmith there, very large holding, up 3 points. But 200 up 7 points, surprisingly. World Index up 4 in the month. And the Linsell Train UK Equity Fund, good month, approaching a 120% total return US index, wow, plus 12 to a 71% return. Not much change on the FTSE 250. S&P 500 plus 11. Very good month, which you won't be surprised to hear. Not much change on the last two. So our cyclical tactical opportunities and Alpha Met plus 95% last month. So up 500% now for the remainder of that holding. A lot of profit has been taken off the table. The long-time viewers will know. Slightly positive month for Intel. Crazy positive month for Bitcoin, plus 65% to 125%. Ethereum, I had plus 77%, 104 total. And not much change on this, but it's pretty worthless anyway. And those legacy holdings, Alibaba, -6 in the month. Corsair, not much change. Cumulus, not much change. And the last two that we have had pretty much zeroed. So those are the positions that I hold as of end of last month. The key thing though in any investment journey is to actually have an aggregate portfolio view. In my personal opinion, although not personalised advice of course, have a target and measure progress towards that target. Because that's the key. It can look good having high percentages, etc. But if you're not put much money in those, or you're sitting on them, and then they're not going up further, it's all about really having that long-term view of hitting a goal by a particular time and knowing what you need to do to hit that goal. So that's what this is about for me. So the prior month, 56,000, and wow, we are absolutely motoring now, 60,000 as of end of last month. The year-end target, 54. So massively ahead of that. What's that? That's got to be over 10% ahead of the target, which is great. So that gives me a bit of leeway. And, well, not leeway, might bring forward the end date potentially, but it's good. It's great. It's the best month I've ever had. You can say up £4,000, of which £3,500 of that was performance related and a £500 deposit. Yeah, so it's all looking very nice. It's just a case of the run rate, and that run rate now 9.43% a year. So what that means is if I invest the minimum £300 every month till 2050, I need to get 9.43% per year in order to hit my arbitrary, I suppose, but very nice objective. Of course, that started off at needing to be 10% a year when I started the journey. So it brought that down a little bit. It can change very quickly, of course, but 9.43% a year. Start ticking that down and get that below 9 into the 8s in the near future, then that starts looking much more achievable over a long period of time. But what's happened in the portfolio as well? I've made some changes. So Alibaba sold part of that position. The position continues to get smaller. Quite a few buys, dividend reinvestments, in fact, automatic bonds on Aviva and Legal & General, and my usual monthly additions to Fundsmith and World Index. And as a reminder, we do have a Patreon channel, so if you want to talk investing without personalised advice, or want to support the channel, please feel free to join us and check out the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and of course have a wonderful Christmas, a great New Year, and I will do a video in January about the sort of position of the portfolio at the end of 2024.